Hey guys, this is one of my favorite clients and one of my favorite hairs to do. This is Jenny, and Jenny gets a really cool oil slick, and we are going to be moving her up today. So I kind of have some like weird content today, but you guys will get the gist, so stay tuned to see how I transform this hair. Hey guys, welcome to Hair Tunes, raw, real, and diverse hair education. I help hairstylists become better hairstylists. Okay, guys, here we go. So this is Jenny, and Jenny's one of my good clients. I've been doing her hair for a really long time. So we're going to do brick foils all the way up the back of the head. And we are going to do weaves, and I'm going to fold these up, and I am going to just do them all the way around the back of the head. I'm not really overly conscious about like how they're going in placement, because I'm going to cover all this up with like really dark purples and blues, and it's all going to grow out seamlessly and beautifully. So I'm going obviously with horizontal sections because that's going to give me the most bang for my buck when I go in and do foil highlights. It's going to give me the most coverage. And as long as I'm going pretty much a straight line across the back of the head, I will do deep weaves through the whole back of the head. Now I am using, gosh, I don't even know what I'm using, guys. This footage is old. This is when I first got my camera. As you can see, my camera in some shots. I don't know where that footage is. Guys, I really need a lot of help with like transferring video to my computer. I am lost, and it's still not gotten any better since I first did this. So I'm still working on it. So some of this will be with that camera too, and when I apply her Vivids. So now we're going on to the sides. Now, as you can see, I'm being really careful about her ends. I really don't want to like overly saturate her ends, but I don't mind if it goes up in there and folds it in. So Jenny's actually one of my most popular heads. It always comes out so beautiful and amazing. It's an oil slick. And so we don't do this often. This takes me about I think I can do it in about 4.5 hours now, the whole procedure. It takes a while. We stopped coloring her roots because we can lift it faster if we don't have pigment on there. So she stopped putting pigment on there, and it just really works a lot better. Now, I will shadow her in sometimes, and I've even stopped doing that with like a gloss just to blend away. I just use a really dark, natural tone Vivid at her root, and it all blends away. It works fine because Magic's 10 now has natural colors. So now I'm going to go horizontally up the side of the head. But guys, really, you can use any lightener with this. Just use your Olaplex, okay? I love Olaplex, 1/32 of an ounce of number 1 into your lightener. And you're just going to be really careful about it and add it in there and just kind of scoot those ends in there, but not getting too crazy with them because, you know, lightener is all about saturation. So if we're using saturation really, really heavy, you're going to get a really good lift, right? If you're using a lot of saturation. But if you're not using a lot of saturation, you're going to get poor lift, right? So that's kind of, sometimes I use that to my advantage. Oh, guys, by the way, are you suffering from hairdresser burnout? I created this really cool hairdresser burnout assessment quiz, and it asks you all these questions if like you like want to stab your client or if you talk mean to them, and then you see how it adds it up, and then you click submit, and then once you submit, you get well, I did it wrong, but you get my hairdresser holiday hustle handbook. Say that 5 times fast, guys. So my LifeStylist coaching is launching in February, guys. I would love if you click the link in the description, go get on the wait list, or go take my burnout assessment. Okay, guys, back to the hair. So here I am doing her roots, and I am just going to blur this a little bit with like her natural color, which is like a natural level 5. I'm going to use a 5N, and I am just going to blur her roots for like 10 minutes with a little bit of gloss. So here we go. Here's the final result after doing that. We shampooed her, we dried her, and now we're going to apply the fun color. So now here is the good video. So I am using most likely so-called, because that's what I was really on to for a long time because I felt it stayed really well. Now you can see stuff's going to probably go in and out of focus once I step in front of the camera. But guys, this is right over my shoulder. I can only do hair and I cannot produce direct film and all the things. So it's all about the hair, babies. Okay, so as you can see, I'm taking like bricklay fashion, big chunks of hair, and I'm going to stagger these. I'm just going to go straight across with this. Guys, this is going to come out so awesome. So when the hair separates, other colors are going to poke out from behind it. Now I'm going to do deep weaves. So underneath, nobody's really going to see that. So you can go with big chunks. Now here I'm going to do deep weaves with big 1-inch sections. I'm going to paint both sides because like I said, it's all about saturation. I do wipe my hands in between each one. I try to cut out a lot of those because it's like dead time. You guys like, right? Attention span's like what? 3 seconds. So I got 10 minutes of work here for you all in my sparkling personality. So yeah, just the deep weave and then get in there with like one color, work it through, work the brush side to side, roll it all around, roll it in your hands, wipe your hands in between each color, get that little hair out of the way, get out of here. And then go in with another color that's get a contrast. And sometimes I finger paint, like, especially if I'm in a hurry, I'm just going to grab that color. I'm just going to slap it right on her hair just because I got to be moving. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to deep weave these as well. I'm going to come through and paint that fuchsia on there. And that's really going to pop against those darker colors that I have underneath. So strategically lay your colors. Like, don't lay the same colors on top of each other. Don't lay colors that are opposing colors on the color wheel because once they start to blur together, they're going to look like poop. And so we don't want it to look like poop. So always pick colors that play well together, like cool tones and warm tones do not really play well together, and opposing tones. So now we're going to go into the sides. And this is what I did on the other side. I'm just showing you one side because like it's the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take the one, and this is the underneath color, and I'm going to do a deep weave on a big inch section, and I'm going to work that color both side to side. And sometimes we'll just place a foil underneath there because inevitably I will always slap Jen right in the face with some color. Always. And then I wipe it, and then I just wipe more on her face. And as I clean it off, I just keep wiping more. It's a mess. One time I dropped the whole bowl of color and blue went everywhere and missed everybody's jacket by like a millimeter. It was like, oh my God, blue everywhere. Anyways, as I'm working up the head, I'm just taking horizontal sections. Guys, you see that little spot there? It's okay. I'm just going to work another color on top of it. You're not going to see it. And so you guys see how I fling color everywhere? I'm going to tell you why this happens. I work with saturation. Saturation is such an important part when doing vivids. If you do, sorry, I kept walking in front of the camera. If you do not use saturation when you're doing vivids, your vivids are going to come out like crap. So you have to use a lot of saturation. The more product, the better. I put towels on the floor because I be whipping color everywhere. People are out of the Cape. I said, girl, get under there. I'm messy. I don't care how messy like people think I am. My vivids come out fierce, and that is why, because I use large amounts of saturation. I also use Olaplex, and if a color that's a direct dye has something to hold on to. So if you have a bond or a molecule to hold on to, because direct dyes sit kind of like on the outside of the hair, and that's why we have to pre-lighten the hair first. Like you can't put these on the hair and it's just going to sit. It's not going to do that. You have to pre-lighten the hair first. And so direct dyes directly go in, they directly come out. If you guys watch my vivids before, I always say this. And so the molecule just like sits like on the hair. So like if the hair's all fried and nasty and there's nothing for it to hold on to, then like you got to have something, guys. So Olaplex helps with that. So I use Olaplex #1 straight in all my vivids for direct dye color. So guys, here is the finale of Jen's color. It came out so amazing. We rinse with cold water. I advise my clients to not wash their hair for 48 hours the first time they wash it, to only use cold water and condition. And then the next time after the 48 hours, they can rinse. Guys, if you love this video, don't forget to watch this one right here. And don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on all the socials. And guys, don't you forget to hit the ding dong. Thanks, guys. Love ya. Bye.